Now, because I think society is more important than government, I actually think there are 4 roles of a leader, and the order is really important. Because all too often what happens is somebody gets elected to a government job, they promptly narrow their vision to managing the bureaucracy, and they become a captive of the bureaucracy. This happens over and over. It's a major problem with cabinet appointees in every administration. It's a major problem with the committee structure in Congress and in the state legislature. And Steve may comment on it later about the same thing at city council level. They become captives of the very thing they're supposed to be organizing. I think the first job of an elected official is to be a visionary definer. You set the agenda. You articulate values for the community. I actually think that's the most important job. And when you look at great presidents, they do a remarkable job of defining the future, articulating values, and rallying the nation to a general agenda. The second job is to be a symbol of the community. Where you go matters. What you do matters. Because you have power and standing. You send signals of legitimacy. You use your office to honor, empower, and strengthen those who are doing what you believe is important. And I think that governors, presidents, and mayors dramatically underestimate their potential to arouse and organize their community by using the power, the prestige of their office. Third, you recruit talent and energy. This is a huge crisis in the federal government now and in state governments because we've adopted such complicated laws about ethics and about disclosure, and the process has become so gruesome that many of the best people in this country refuse to take government jobs anymore. If you go back and look at who Franklin Delano Roosevelt could recruit for World War II and how easily they came into the government and how grateful people were that they were citizens, and you look at what you go through today to serve in the federal government, it is an extraordinary self-imposed wound which has dramatically limited our ability to arouse talent. And it's an area we're going to have fundamental change on a bipartisan basis. Because one of the most important jobs of a leader is to recruit talent and energy. Finally, you are, and notice, the last thing is you're the administrator and manager of government. But that's your last job, not your first job. And you should only get to it after you've done the first 3 jobs every day. It's important to remember that the urgent drives out the important. So you get up every day, and lots of small things come in that you've got to solve immediately, none of which matter. And that can drown you to such a point of exhaustion, you never get around to the things that are important. And the trick among leadership is to force the important ahead of the urgent.